Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for October 2024. How are you doing? So obviously we had a full moon lunar eclipse, which was also a super moon in your sign on the 18th of September. How did you get on with that? You were like at the forefront of that along with Virgo and Libra because it's eclipse season, and obviously Virgo and Libra are involved in this current eclipse season. So, feel free to let me know how you got on with that. As I do this reading for you, I'll be bearing in mind that we also have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October, and Pluto will be going direct in Capricorn on the 12th of October as well. So you may, if you feel like it, you might want to look where those things are happening in your birth chart, like which house, that might help you out. I did your pre-reading meditation, and the first thing I saw was it was someone wearing a clear quartz crystal, but it was the one where it's like the, how do I describe it, like the pointy crystal, I don't know how to say it. It was on someone's neck, so I saw that close up, and then I got the concept of scrying with it. I got a pendulum, like someone using it as a pendulum. So I think from me saying pendulum, you probably can imagine what I'm talking about. So using it as a pendulum, scrying for it, and scrying in the sense of, like, this the series Charmed, the original. I've never watched the new one, so I don't know what it's like. But I'm attached to the old one, so I haven't really been tempted to watch the new one. But on Charmed, where they try to find a person and they were scrying on a map, something like that, but it doesn't have to be a map. It got me thinking that someone might be looking for something, whether it's a physical thing, a place, a person, or answers. So yeah, that was your pre-reading meditation. These are the oracle decks I'll be using for the reading. We're starting off with a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle first of all. So what do we need to know for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please, for October 2024? I was so sad when I heard that Shannon Doherty died. I mean, I thought it was probably inevitable because she had cancer and it kept on coming back, didn't it? But yeah, yeah, I was still quite upset. I used to absolutely love Charmed. I think was I in my teens when it first started? I might have been in my teens, late teens, possibly. But yeah, every week when it came on, I was like glued to the TV. So anyway, enough about Charmed. Let's Right, that was very quick. We've got focus, which is not even a surprise because if you're scrying or if you are using a pendulum, that makes sense. Focus. So just waiting for it to unblur. Let's put that there for you. And let's get your tarot cards out as well. What else do we need to know for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? For anybody that watched Charmed and they want to share, did you have a favorite sister, or did you have a favorite episode? Piper was always my favorite, and I know that a lot of people found her very annoying, but I don't care. I like Piper. I like Piper. She was my favorite. In terms of episodes, God, there's so many. I can't even think of what would have been a favorite, to be honest. Anyway, so what else do we need to know for Pisces, Sun? No, that's too many. There's like 50 cards there. Well, I'm exaggerating. It's not 50, but that's a lot of cards. Let's try that again. You've got a lot here. I mean, I'll take that, but that is a lot. So you've got Strength, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So you could be figuring out, I mean, there's a choice here with the Two of Wands, what direction to go in or what move to make next in order to progress. It's a lot of fire energy here. So you might be feeling quite fired up. You could be feeling quite focused or trying to feel quite focused. There's a lot of passion here with that many ones. I mean, the Eight of Wands in itself can be known as the love arrows, can't it? And then you've got Strength there. So you might have quite a determined energy about you at present, like laser focus. Anything else? Well, I said passionate, feeling quite passionate, and then we get the Lovers. So you might have figured out something that you just really want to go for, that you're really fired up about, whether it's a person or something else. Six of Swords. Yeah. Right, okay. I think you may be trying to find the answers on how to do something successfully. You've got quite a few cards here, like the Ace of Swords can be like clarity or the need for clarity. The Page of Swords is an investigative energy, like trying to figure something out. So you might really have found something that fires you up and you're just trying to figure out how to get there. I mean, with the Six of Swords, it kind of tells me that there's a need. You've got two sixes here. I don't know why that's relevant. It's standing out to me for some reason, the sixes are. So I don't know if the timing, I mean, in terms of timing, this is a thing for me now. After I criticized timings in tarot readings, the universe kicked my ass and said, don't be so arrogant. Timing is real. And I can vouch for that from a reading that someone did for me. And I did one for someone else where I picked up timing. I wasn't trying to, but it came in so strongly. I was like, it feels like something could happen. Even though the card suggested months, I said, it feels like it's going to be in days. I think I said 3 days. Lo and behold, it happened in 3 days. Anyway, so swords, I believe, is weeks. Wands is like days, hours, days. So there is the potential for something to happen within 6 weeks. Sorry, 6 days to 6 weeks. Or the date, the 6th could be relevant for someone as well. So where was I? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so something that you might be quite fired up about. Right, Six of Swords. It can be moving, it is moving towards something, but it can be a need to move on from something as well, can't it, with the Six of Swords? But as I say, it's like the need. It might be just that you're moving towards clarity. I mean, you've got the moon there in the background, and that can be, the moon is where things aren't clear. So it might be like moving towards clarity to figure out how you can be successful with something. And again, there's just that laser sharp focus involved as well. So that's kind of an overview, and I'll do it as a proper spread. But let's look at the focus card first of all for you now. So it's a snowy mountain peak. Mountains traditionally represent transcendence and spiritual evolution. They also symbolize rising above mundane situations and reaching greater heights. The snow at the peak represents pristine clarity. Love that. Mountain peaks are often the destination of spiritual pilgrimages. Many cultures believe that the tops of mountains were the resting points of the gods and celestial beings. The sacred landscape wants you to know what you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire, direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion go forward and upward, and you'll see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling there to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. I feel like, so I can see the passion is there already, to be honest. That energy is there for you. I guess the need is just to focus it. You can see that there's choices of which path to choose with the Two of Wands, and you may feel like there's a lot to figure out or a lot of choices or something where I don't even want to say overwhelming, but it's just a lot. You got a lot to work with, I think, is the only way I can think of to put it, and there really is a need to get clear and to think calmly, even to calm the mind so that you can become clear on how to get the result. Let's get into the tarot. So starting off with that Strength, Two of Wands and Eight of Wands. What else do we need to know about that? Right, Nine of Cups. So yep, if you're passionate about something, it would give you satisfaction. We know that. It's a wish with the Star. Part of this might be, you might be wishing to let go of something and move on from something with the Death card, which I think we picked up from the Six of Wands anyway. But it's a major transformation. It might be like a whole life transformation, to be honest, with the Star and the Death card, Major Arcana, they're like that. We've got the Knight of Cups again, referring to kind of your dreams, your desires, and what else? And we've got the Two of Cups again, that desire to connect with whatever it is that you want, that you have that feeling for, that passion for. So let's see what else we need to know here? So with that Lovers card, this is a past energy. So you already know you've had this desire in your past, whether it's recent past, long-term past. You already know what you want, what you desire. And that's a 6 as well, isn't it? That's 6s are really prominent here. I mean, that can relate to balance as well, but in terms of the timing or the date or whatever, 6 is relevant. Page of Cups. Again, it's desires. It feels like with that Page of Cups, that's the readiness to go for what you want. But you've got the Devil here, so that's where it's like, okay, I know I want this, but this is, whatever this is kind of holding it back, stopping it, whatever it could be. That's preventing the flow. Okay, 4 of Cups. It's something that you might have gone for in the past, whether it's exactly the same thing or a similar situation. That's something that comes up here. And it may not have worked out in the past, possibly in the past situation. But the desire is still there for it. 9 of Pentacles. There can also be fears of it being disappointing or getting hurt or it not working out as well with the Devil and the 4 of Cups there. And considering... Bear with me a minute. You may have built yourself back up from a past experience, actually. So if you had a desire for something before and something went wrong, something wasn't good about it, or it didn't fulfill you in the way you wanted it to, you may have had to build yourself back up from that, with that 9 of Pentacles being there. Yeah, to build your strength back up so that you get back into that state again. One's energy, fire, to get that sense of stability back, and then you get your fire back after that as well. But it's like the flame is still burning, the fire is still burning, whatever it is. Again, whether it's an exact situation, person, or if this is a different take on something you've been through before or desired before, right? 6 of Swords as a challenge. It's movement. Moving towards it, moving on from it, knowing where you're going even. Again, in the meditation, it was about trying to find something, answers or a person. 2 more cards that can connect to traveling as well. 3 of Wands is like looking out into the distance. The Page of Wands is like deciding to go on a journey, on a particular path. What else do we need to know here? 10 of Wands. This is good. This is good with the 6 of Swords, because to me, at the very least, it's an awareness of needing to leave baggage, old baggage behind, or baggage behind, anything that's held you back previously or been burdensome previously. I think you're aware that there's some sort of baggage that needs to be left behind to move forward and to focus on moving forward. Yeah, there's an awareness. I said the awareness, and the High Priestess is there. And then you've got the 3 of Cups. I think you've probably learned, because the 3 of Cups can come up as support, but here it feels more like what makes you happy. So there may be some sort of awareness that you know what baggage you've got to leave behind in order to move forward, so that you can be happy, you can have something to celebrate. Could potentially be something around support involved there as well, but it feels more like just whatever makes you happy, and not in a solitary way as well, that you can enjoy it with others, or you can share it with others, whether it's just telling them about it or sharing the experience with them. Could be something around friendship here as well. But overall, as a challenge, it's the challenge I feel is knowing where you're going and dropping the baggage. Because if you're trying to travel with too much baggage, it's a long, hard, slow journey, isn't it? Which it doesn't have to be rushed anyway, but it slows you down unnecessarily. Ace of Swords as an external influence. I feel like that's the clarity that you're wanting, but it feels out of reach maybe to you. 2 of Swords, that's where you kind of, I mean, one of the meanings is where you kind of need clarity, or you've got 2 truths and you're trying to figure something out. Anything else? 10 of Cups. Okay. Again, how to get to that happiness. 6 of Cups. The World. The King of Swords. So again, there's a thing about moving on from the past in some way, which, to be frank, if we're moving forward, we're always moving on from the past, aren't we? But there might be something very specific in your past that you may need to consider that can either help you move away from something or move towards something and move. You're seeing the bigger picture of the past, I think, will help you here. It's like gaining wisdom from past experience to become clearer in the future or in the present. For some, it might be possible that there's someone that you have in your life that you trust and that's very wise that you can speak to, that might be able to help you see the bigger picture of things and help you to gain the clarity. And you'll know, I think you'll know that already if there's someone around you that can help with that, hopefully. Or if not, they may appear, but I get the sense that you probably know. You'd probably know this person already. Let's look at the 6 of Wands and the Page of Swords as something that you need to become more aware of. I mean, I feel like you're already aware that there's some information that you're missing. So it could be that you need to be more aware that there's a new truth you need to have to get to that success. So what else do we need to know about this Page of Swords, please? The Lovers. The Empress. That is my tummy rumbling. I am hungry. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I think I'm getting an idea here. The Tower. The word prepare keeps coming up with the Tower. Looking at the Tower, it feels like prepare, prepare. Wheel of Fortune. 3 of Swords, okay. I feel like saying prepare for the unexpected, and that doesn't automatically mean that something bad will happen. I mean, I think anytime we're pursuing anything that we love, we do have to be prepared that we might not get it, or we might get it and then we lose it, or, you know, those kind of things. And that doesn't mean it is that we're definitely going to lose it or it's definitely going to go wrong, but I think there's a need to prepare for that. With the Empress and the 8 of Pentacles, there's something where you may need a new truth around the work that's involved in this. And that can mean anything from literal physical work to inner work. There could be something around self-worth here with the Empress. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. The Lovers for me means that you already have the desire's already there. The desire's already there. And it could be that you need to be more aware of the work that's involved in this to create a very stable foundation, so that you don't end up with that kind of tower moment. Just seeing if there's anything else I'm picking up. If there are any fears that you put all your effort into something, like, you know, when they say put all your eggs in one basket, and there's a fear that, oh, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket in case it falls apart. Just be aware of that. But I think another thing we have to be aware of is that anybody who's successful, they fail a lot of times before they're successful, don't they? Or that's a story that some of them tell, is that, oh, I tried this and I tried that and it didn't work, and then eventually I became a billionaire. So I think that's something to be aware of, to maintain that focus, that desire, that determination through disappointments. And obviously it could, depending on people's circumstances, get to a point where you try and you try and you try and it just doesn't work. But for now, it looks like just maintain that laser sharp focus and keep going. And it may be a lot of work, but you just got to keep going. So we'll see. It's like your first attempt won't always be the one that works, will it? You got to give it more time and energy than that, because the Eight of Pentacles is time and energy and effort, but someone's very focused on something. Let's look at that. Excuse me, the future first of all, or potential future, with the Two of Swords, and then guidance. What's the guidance? The guidance is the Knight of Cups. To me, that's holding on to the dream, holding on to the vision, holding on to the dream, and keep going with that. So why is the Two of Swords here as a future energy? You know what I was going to say? Because the Two of Swords can be two truths. You may need to let go of one, whatever one of the truths is, the one that's not serving you. And what was on the bottom of the deck? Oh, it's gone now. Oh, it was the Four of Pentacles, and that is sometimes when you need to let go, isn't it? Right, we've got the Four of Wands. Feel like that's got to be up. Six of Wands. Okay, this feels like with the Four of Wands and Six of Wands, if you're attached to a specific outcome or a specific way of something happening, it's a feeling, it's telling me that you're going to need to let go of that. I mean, it's the future energy, but I think it's something that you're probably going to have to work on. As much as we can say, oh, you've just got to let go of this idea of this and this idea of that, but it's not that simple, is it? You can't just say, right, I'm going to just, like, say if you met someone and you had really strong feelings for them and you feel like there's a future with them, and someone said, oh, you've got to let go of this attachment to that person being the one. Logically, you can say, okay, they may not be the one, but your heart is not going to like catch up that easily. Your heart is not going to switch it off and say, okay, they might not be the one, so I'm going to like reduce my feelings for them. It's going to take time for your heart and your brain and everything to catch up with each other. So yeah, if there's a set way of thinking you've got about how things should turn out or how it needs to work, then with the Temperance card, it's kind of a go with the flow energy. Let's see what else comes up, because I'm getting another thought here as well. I think you may have already built up some degree. Is this? Yeah, okay, I had to ask if that's right. Some degree of stability or foundation within this that will lead you to success. But why is the Two of Swords there? Doubt? Is it doubt in the future? Like, it's because all these cards are positive. It's like, it's almost like this is where you're on the right path. So why would the Two of Swords be there? So you might have a bit of doubt in the future, but it looks like it's on the right path. So be aware of that, bear that in mind. Again, that energy that I saw of the first attempt isn't always the one that works. So even though outwardly there may be failures and it may be looking like it's not going right or nothing's happening, things are going in the right direction by the look of it. Let's look at the guidance with the Knight of Cups. I already said hold on to the dream, hold on to the desire. So let's see what else comes up for that. Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. And if one way doesn't work, so trying this, you can hold on to the dream and the vision. And again, if one way doesn't work, then recalibrate, choose a different way, different path to get to what you want. It's like, you know, when you're trying to travel somewhere and then you come across an accident and you can't go that way. So then you have to have a diversion, and it's like, it may take longer. There may be all sorts of obstacles on the way, but you have to find another way to get there, don't you? So we've got, then that would be the different options as well. And you can change your mind. It's okay to change your mind as well. In fact, what you desire could change in some way, shape or form. Maybe, might not be the entire desire changes, but something about it changes, as long as you consider what's in alignment with your values, because that can change. Like, your values might even change, actually. So yeah. Anything else? If your values change, your desire might change. Right, we've got the Emperor there. The word strategy is coming up with the Emperor. Whatever happens, if you have to change your direction, if your values change, if your dream changes, still, again, have that laser sharp focus and strategize. One more for the Emperor, please, or one for the Emperor. Yeah, it's thinking like different perspectives, isn't it? Looking at the different perspectives or ways of doing things, but still have that strong. I mean, the Emperor is Aries, yeah, Aries, which is a very determined energy that no matter what happens, if his plans fall to shit, it's like, right, how else can I do this? He's not going to just give up and say, oh no, forget it, then I can't be asked. He'll re-strategize. Let's get you some final advice from Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So what's the final advice for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising? I feel like that was really loud in the mic. I can't hear it myself, but just the sound of it normally feels like it was loud. So sorry if I blew someone's ears out with that. Right, final advice for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for October 2024, please. We have Canary Spirit, Sing Your Own Song. I'm getting the, is it Frank? I don't know if Frank Sinatra sung the original to this, but that song, I Did It My Way. So part of this, in terms of the laser sharp focus, is that there's something about it that there might be a need that you've got to do it your way. And obviously there was the whole thing about holding the vision, and yeah. The determination is there, I think. The passion and determination is there. So it is about, I've got a song to sing, I've got something to express or something to do, something to achieve, and I've got to do it no matter what. Right, so Canary Spirit, it says, Canary Spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine as Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary Spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. The protection message says, are you suppressing your true voice? Perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want to hear instead of your own. You create a cage around your life when you express only what you think will help you fit in and get what you think you want. Are you hiding the real you? Telling a safe story about yourself to others because you are afraid they will think you are too different if they knew the truth. Canary Spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful new experiences that arrive as if by magic once you open your own cage door and fly free. Canary Spirit is cheering for you and wants you to know you are safe and loved. Find your voice and have courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. So from that, as I said, I just take, maintain that laser focus no matter what anyone has to say, no matter what happens around you, you know, maintain the focus. So I'll leave that there for you, Pisces. I hope that you have a great October. I'll be back in a couple of weeks for mid-month check-ins. So until then, take care.